Once again Donald Trump predicted that he would easily win the next presidential election in 2020. However, his most recent reasoning might leave many wondering if he won't be committed to a mental institution well before that contest takes place. During an insane interview with the New York Times, Trump swore that the news media would start giving him more favorable coverage closer to 2020 because they know that their ratings would tank without him in the Oval Office. Trump proclaimed from his posh golf course in Florida that all forms of media will tank unless he wins re-election in 2020. Another reason that we're going to win another 4 years is because newspapers, television, all forms of media will tank if I'm not there because without me, their ratings are going down the tubes, Trump told the Times. Without me, the New York Times will indeed be, not the failing New York Times, but the failed New York Times, the president added, using his favored derogatory nickname for the newspaper. They basically have to let me win, he predicted. And eventually, probably 6 months before the election, they'll be loving me because they're saying, please, please, don't lose Donald Trump. Okay. During his time in office, the mainstream media has served as one of his favorite punching bags, especially when Trump wants to discredit an unflattering story concerning his administration or presidential campaign. On Thursday, Trump even urged his sycophantic supporters to help him pick the 2017 winner of his so-called fake news trophy. Americans are sick and tired of being lied to, insulted, and treated with outright condescension, Trump's team wrote in a fundraising email to supporters Thursday. That's why President Trump is crowning the 2017 king of fake news before the end of the year. There's no point in pretending that some journalists are anything more than peddlers of falsehoods and liberal propaganda, the email continues. Trump first suggested the contest a similar contest in November, excluding only Fox News as a contestant. The fake news has utterly abandoned their duty to fairly report the news to the American people. Thursday's email reads, some journalists and liberal pundits think that Americans are too stupid to see through their amateur efforts to manipulate public opinion, but they're wrong. In other news, the sun at the center of our galaxy announced this week that it might consider early retirement should Trump not return to the White House in 2020. Other celestial objects, sporting their trendy red Make the Universe Great Again ball caps, have similarly indicated that they may implode in protest of Trump's defeat in 2020.